Welcome to my secondary channel, the number one grinder, Real Talk. We got in the building the one and only Sunny Boxing Talk. He gonna chop it up with me on the darkest round table. But we welcome to the brother. Y'all gonna hear some things how we met and everything, and he gonna ask me questions about me. But the first thing foremost, what I'm gonna do, I haven't hit Wu Tang in a while, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hit you with some Wu Tang. And after that, we're gonna get it going. And hold on, no, not that, not yet. Let me read this first. Just remember us as the righteous ones, we are still winners. That's the real. That's the real. Remember that. Yeah, you see who's up there. Brother She, thanks for coming. Brother She, thanks for coming. Thanks for your always support. Like I said before, um, I haven't heard any Wu Tang. Wu Tang. Me and brother Sonny be back after this.
But y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna see me? I'm the Osiris of this shit. Check this out. Perfect. Champion, the way of the warrior. Champion eyes. Get back up. My spirit cries.
But you're a well-rounded warrior. You keep on fighting. That's what I am. Well-rounded warrior. I say for me, I've been passed over with my family, my fans, so-called family, some so-called family members, some friends, and etc. Pass over me. They feel that I'm not even there, and I used to accept it as I'm gonna prove something to you. Nah, that I have to understand when I get older is what I am. And I have to understand that when I'm moving of a certain space of my life to strive to do better, not that many people is going to understand your vision. Not many people is refused to understand the growth of your vision, of your self-vision. The growth of your vision help some.
You ain't lying.
Welcome. Welcome to my secondary channel, the number one grinder, Real Talk. And we gone, brother Sonny Boxing Talk is chopping it up on the darkness round table. You can unmute your mic and introduce yourself, please.
Peace, bro. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Peace, man. Peace. Sunny Bison Talk here, aka Sunny Justice Bay. Peace, fam.
All right, all right. So how you feel tonight, bro? How you feel?
I'm peaceful, brother.
You peaceful, brother. All
I'm
right.
peaceful.
How you feel tonight?
How
All
about
right.
yourself? How about yourself? How you
Yeah,
feel?
I'm all right. Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm excited here, I'm excited here, And that's good. Tom Malone in the building, we gonna matter of fact,
Shout out to Tom. What's up,
yeah,
Tom?
yeah, so that, yeah, that's right,
She
that's
we
right.
here.
The family here, the family. She let me let she know before we just like here. So I knew Tom Malone a little longer than Sonny, so we gonna talk about how we met each other, and then you would get to connect. You would get to connect, brother Sheet. Sonny Box, brother Sonny. How did we tell the people how we met?
Good brother. We met from shout out to 7-8 Sports TV. We met
Yes.
through uh the Lions Den boxing community.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, you can leave it you can leave your mic on. You don't have to cut it off. You can leave it on.
My bad. We met from 7-8 Sports TV's channel. At that time, I was a lot more active. Well, pretty much active, making boxing content, things of that nature. So uh, I don't know if he was a mod up there or what, but you basically reached out. It was like, yo, come check my channel out. So
Oh, you talking about Trill Talk, right? Or was it 7 8 Sports channel?
it was Trill Talk. You're right. It was Trill Talk TV.
I
But
believe I was a mod, or if I wasn't a mod, I think I a little after I became a mod, something like that. Yeah, I did reach out to
yeah,
you, and then after that, me and him started to chat, and we find out that we have a whole lot in common. Now, this is during the time that I'm talking about the Underrated Darkness channel. This is during the time that I started the dinner and dessert live that we're gonna touch on like throughout. But you know, that's how we met and everything. And then that along the way, that's when I met Muhammad's the one. He's no longer here. He passed away April 22nd, 2020. That we gonna do a tribute to him. And Sonny and hopefully Tom Malone, they're gonna be part of the panel and stuff like that. Um Sonny, where you from?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Right, schooling, tell about school and stuff, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I moved down to from I was born in Baltimore, moved down here to Virginia, uh, Norfolk, Virginia to be exact, uh, around the age of 8 or 10 years old,
Hmm.
and my first school I don't think is in existence anymore. It was a school called Rennie Wright.
Okay.
Yeah. So then um, went to a couple more schools, but I ended up graduating from Western Branch High School.
That's in Norfolk.
No, that's from Chesapeake.
Oh, Peak to Peak. Oh,
Yeah,
Chesapeake.
yeah. So,
Okay.
so I
Okay.
played. I played a little football, did a little wrestling,
Okay.
um, things of that nature. I was always into sports and things of that nature.
All's into sports. Okay. So tell us about your family.
Which portion?
Your parents, your siblings and stuff.
So I have. I don't have any. I'm an only child. So I got some. What you call stepbrothers and stepsisters. Um, I had a family that separated. So when they separated, they created new families, and I was close to both sides, to be honest with you. So uh, I got some brothers and some step brothers and step sisters that I love dearly.
Okay, cool. Okay. Now, do you have any children?
Yeah, I got three beautiful children.
Cool. All right. Oh, Lala D. You remember Lala D, right, Sonny?
Yeah, salute, la la.
Lala D up in here. Yeah, Lala D.
That's
Oh
the
God.
sister, yo.
That's the sis right there.
We
Yeah,
go
yeah.
way
You
back.
we yeah, we get man,
Salute,
Sonny. You,
sister.
yeah, you be bringing things back, Sonny. That's what they about you. You be bringing stuff back the time. That's good, Lala. Please stay. That's great. That's great. I see Lala D. Wow.
That's what
Thank
happens
you. Yeah.
when you good good peoples recognize good people and vibrations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
respect that
Yeah, I respect that. Good, good. Now, like again, you can ask me questions too, okay?
for sure. You just let me know when you ready.
Man, I've been ready. Man, we Jimmys, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no choice if we be ready. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you stay. Yes, right now. You gonna stay on the duration of this, cause you be treating me like a wet food stand. You be staying. You be leaving 10, 15 minutes. And you never come back. You stay. But it's so great. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. Lala D got a lot. I'm telling you, she very intelligent, y'all. No,
For
very
sure.
knowledgeable. A lot of stuff. A lot of things. Vance Mix. Vance Mix.
Peace, peace. This is Vance Mix.
Yeah.
Salute, brother. Yeah.
You bringing people in? Okay, all right. Now, now as we well that then through Sunny, we got to know Muhammad's the one that I said that name. You know, me and Sunny and we can say Tone, we are very close to him. And he, like I said, he passed away April 22nd, 2020. But he been a big part of what we was doing, and through the channel of the underrated darkness that I will be back soon, that I will get it back soon, and stuff like that. So like I promised Sonny, and I meant to do it last April last year, but it was a lot of stuff has happened, and so, but we in a few weeks we're gonna do a special on Muhammad's the one. And only it's just gonna be only people, it's gonna be the ones who are always gonna be on the panel, those are ones that know Muhammad's the one. That's it. Not nobody else. So Sonny, let me ask you, yeah, Rick Muhammad's the one, man. That's the junior elder right there. Yeah. We're gonna miss him too, man. Hey. All right, Sonny, you can unmute your mic, man.
Yeah. Honors to Muhammad's the one's memory.
Yeah, man.
Indeed.
So, yeah, man. We and Sonny could talk about him all night, even Tom Malone, man, and even Lala D, man. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all don't know how much he impact our lives, man. Y'all just don't know, man. Y'all miss out a treat, man. Miss out a treat. Um, now, tell the people about the dessert and the dinner and dessert live I had.
Shoot, which one, brother? You had some classics. Like,
Tell them. Tell them.
I mean, we used to get. I mean, it was a point in time where we came together. It was a few people. Shout out to every Sheep Stay Sleep TV,
Mm-hmm.
Gab Talk Media.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Sister IC. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the list goes on and on of different people just coming together and just having good conversations. And you would come up with the most funny creations of dinners. So
Oh,
it was a good conversation.
why it's gotta be funny, man? My shit is classic.
Class, yes, classic and funny at the same time. Because
Yeah,
you
yeah, it
remember,
is. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, speak it. And
The
I know you're gonna say, go ahead, bro.
the pizza with the hot dog, bro.
Yeah, man.
That was
Yeah,
classic.
yeah, but well, but I could say like Sonny and Tone. Well, Lala D been in a few too, but she didn't stay that long. I could say that these brothers and then some sisters had really encouraged me to do this every Sunday religiously. We actually, and most of the time, like we just do not just like write the topics down. We just go in, and so Tone was a part of it. A lot of people, someone was a part of it. You got a man that gathers. You got Black Native. She was a part of it. She don't really be on YouTube no more. Well, she was.
Malik, Malik,
Huh?
Malik.
Malik, yeah, the main
Yeah,
one, Malik, yeah, brother Malik, and I could say this that Sonny, he wants me to say this. A lot of people can't come through this on Under His Darkest channel. A lot of people had came through us.
for sure.
A
It's been a lot.
lot, a lot. And so what Sonny was saying, you know, and some of those conversations was intense.
Of course.
It's some
Some
of it's some of them that at times Tom Malone had to call me up. She Stay Sleep had to call me up. Even yours truly, Sonny Basso had to go up and everything because I put my life out there to help others. And we found solutions. And I thank you, brother, a lot to allow me to do this because it wasn't about me, it was about us. It was something special was going we did this just about 3 years. It was special. I think and I have to say this to really look back and everything, we made an impact.
Yeah, we had some clashes, man. It was real organic talk. That's why
Mhm,
sometimes it was very intense, because
mhm,
everybody's not going to agree all the time. So at the end of the day, we had some beautiful conversations about uh, the woes of the world and trying to come up with ideas on how to fix it. Even trying to link up. Some of us is actually linked up together.
mhm.
You
So
know,
let's tell me about that.
let me ask you a question first.
Yes.
What was your first thoughts when you saw me the first time?
He gonna shoot my ass. Nah, I just joking. No, when I first met you, when I see you the first time, that everything you said about you, I feel you did a disservice to yourself because you was a man, you was a brother. You know what I'm saying? You was the brother that I really need at the time. You know what I mean? We just clicked. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We just clicked. You know, and then so even like when Malik came and see me, do you want me to explain it, or you want to explain it?
Yeah, you can explain your portion and I explain mine. How about that?
Okay, it was on a Sunday. There was this brother named Malik, right? And I forgot where he lives in Bath. I think he was originally from Norfolk, but he was in Virginia. And what happened was
He came from Philly.
he came from Philly, and
Yeah.
he had some where he, matter of fact, he was promote a independent movie in Norfolk. But what happened was he said, "I'm gonna come by there and see you. Drop something, in your hand." I said, "Me drop something in my hand." So he dropped a nice one, in my hand. and that was and that was that Sunday, and that was one of the few times that he did came on the live that Sunday. And it's that Sunday. And see, so what happened was Sonny was taking care of something. He said, "Yeah, I want to drop by and see you." And what's so funny about it, when Malik left, Sonny just missed him just 15 minutes. He said, "I said, you just missed them 15 minutes." He said, "What? You just missed?" I called him. I said, "Why you say?" He said, "I have to go get on the road and stuff like that." And so Sonny, he bought so I forgot what do we have to drink?
Uh, I can't recall, bro. I think you had some. I didn't bring. I just brought myself. Uh, I think you had something that particular day.
Oh yeah,
I can't
right, I
recall.
did.
Yeah,
Huh? Huh?
I forgot what it was.
Okay.
You
Well,
had.
what? Right. Now that's one of the few times that I had my dinner and dessert live late. Cause at first I wasn't gonna do it. So he said, "No, no, keep on doing it. People gonna come." And there was actually people who was letting me know, said, "What, yo, you gonna keep on, you gonna do it?" I said, "Yo." So Sonny stayed with me for at least about almost 3 hours. And so Sonny went, he said, "Yeah, you can come." So I had to whip up something quick. And trust me, when I whip up something quick, yeah, right, exactly, right. You remember Tom Malone, yeah, and I had to rush. That was one. That's one. I think that's the only. No, that's not the only time I started late on the dinner and dessert fellowship live. No, that wasn't. That was the first. I believe that was the first time, and I believe that we was on for like good almost 4 hours, right, bro?
Yeah, we was in that joint building, brother.
Yeah, we was because people was like, yeah, because I was gonna cut it like 2 hours. They said no, keep it going, keep it going. We was there for like a little over 4 hours, and it was refreshing and stuff like that. And then Sonny was like telling them, they came to see me, and then Malik got on and he stayed for like good 40 minutes because he was tired and stuff like because we were on the way back to Philly, and so he got back. Oh yeah, he got back towards the end of the live and stuff, and so it was we was building and it was really special. It's really special. So now if you want to go more into that, you can and stuff like that. Now, brother Sonny, how do you came up with the name Sonny Boxing Talk?
Well, that's a simple question to ask. Well, because Sunny has been like my neighborhood name for like the past 20 something years. So
Okay.
uh, I was it was me and one of my best friends. We would sit on the phone and talk for hours about boxing. I mean hours. And I noticed that our conversations were so good. I was like, and at the same time I was watching shout out to 7 8 Sports TV. He was like my at the time my favorite. Him, Fanon,
Mm-hmm.
uh Trail Boxing Talk. I used to listen to all those brothers religiously, like every day, because at the time that was when I was, driving trucks.
Uh-huh.
So, long story short,
Oh.
my cousin was like, "Yo, you should start a channel or something." So I just put Boxing Talk at the end of Sunday. That's it.
Oh wow. Now, I said now, how long you could be on?
How long you trying to stay, bro?
Well, I'm trying to keep you. I'm trying to keep you when it hit an hour, a little over an
An
hour.
hour is well with me.
Huh?
An hour is well with me. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, well, this is what I'm going to do, y'all. About what's going on, brother Pastor. I said between 15 to 25 minutes from now, I'm going to ask y'all to put your questions in. But but I don't want y'all to do it yet. I will let you know. I will let you know, brother Pastor. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Now Sonny also has been part of a boxing conversations on the Underrated Darkness channel too, and we be talking about boxing and stuff like even with brother Malik and stuff like that. And so, tell the people how you developed to talk about boxing.
Uh, when I was younger, I was always, what I'm saying, always into boxing. When I first moved to Virginia, um, they used to box on the corner. Like they would make a fake ring just on the corner, make a fake ring, and a lot of young people would be out there boxing. So I was always into some sort of combat sports from boxing to karate. I was really into karate, like jiu-jitsu or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
a Japanese version, by the way. Had uncles that fought. So I was really into the science of boxing. I used to watch boxing with my pops, what I'm saying, back in the day, and I just grew a love for the sport, and I just gravitated to it. So I guess by being into it, being taught some of the basics, I had a understanding of the sport of boxing, and I felt like uh, I could articulate it pretty decently.
Okay. All right, now who's your favorite fighter?
Right now,
Back then and now.
back then and now, okay. Um, Muhammad Ali,
Okay.
uh, all the people that he fought, like Joe Frazier and uh, what's his name, George Foreman, like those classes, all those great fighters back then. Um, my favorite of all time is Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
Of course, I love Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas the Hitman Hearns and all those different other guys, but to me, Floyd technically is the best that I've ever seen. Right now, my favorite boxer as a fan would be Earl Spence. Earl Spence and Deontay Wilder.
Explain why, please.
I like how Earl solidified himself in the sport of boxing. I like how exactly what he said he was going to do, that's what he did, and he stuck with it. And he didn't allow anyone to hinder his movements. He didn't really sign to anybody. You know what I'm saying? He went to Al Heyman on his own, so he didn't need a Floyd Mayweather or uh, anybody of that nature. I mean, I respect that. His business savvy and his skills. I remember watching him fight. I had the TV up real loud, and like when he hits you, the sound different. Like you can feel, you can almost feel it through the TV. Uh, Deontay Wilder, I loved his warrior spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I love the whole story about him uh, starting boxing at a young age, but starting it to help his daughter, because his daughter had the spinal bifida,
Mm-hmm.
And he basically started boxing because he noticed that he had a gift that if
Mhm.
you touch you, you're going to go to sleep.
Right, right, yeah.
And he used it to create finance for himself. And he displayed a mighty degree in that. He created finances for himself, and he not only changed his family life, but the people around him.
Hmm.
He's a very loyal type individual. From glancing, from not being on the outside looking in,
Hmm.
he seems to be very loyal, and that's one of the things that I gravitate to. I love
Hmm.
loyalty. I have if for the ones who are in my circle that know who you are, you know what I'm saying. You know why you're in my circle, for real, for real. Like
Hmm.
so,
Hmm.
uh, I love that about him. He got friends that was that transitions into friends into family. So
Hmm.
I admired his effort because by him coming to the game of boxing late, he didn't have the best technical skills, but he had enough gift and his strength to carry him as far as he went.
Hmm.
So Deontay Wilder, like between him and Floyd,
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess maybe I don't know. I'm just a Deontay Wilder fan.
Yeah. For me, I like Deontay Wilder because he's a warrior, but he was engaging and he understands culture. He understands people. He understands struggle, and that's what it takes from me. He's a man. If you get in the fight, you know that's a person going to be right there, and I appreciate that. Was not afraid to go against the system, even though the system discriminated. And so for me, as a man of African descent, go along with Brother Sonny as his loyalty, for me is gratifying because I understand history and continually how boxing is these days of racism and everything. And I know there are people don't want to talk about it. There are people that they think that it don't exist, but it does a lot. And he wasn't afraid to say that. He wasn't afraid to mention the past champions that looks like him did not get a shot. He was the first one that made sure that Jack Johnson get pardoned by the one only president, Trump. How I know Trump? He was from New York. And people were still criticizing about that. and so
But let me add on to that, bro. Because I'm
but
gonna add a nugget to that. It's always gonna be that way. It's always gonna be that way. What needs to happen, and the only cure I would see for that is the boxers come together and they create their own organization. That's the only way it's going to change. Because if you control what's yours, then you can control how it's being ran. We got a lot of wealthy millionaires out here,
mhm,
and there's an opportunity to really take over, but we just we haven't gotten there yet. Not all of us.
Well,
We
oh,
need to,
let me read this, and Sonny, I want you to say this. Carl Charlemagne, let me read. He says, not taking anything from Messianic legacy, but let's be fair. Our segment and evaluation about these things played out in history. But I will say this, of all due respect, I am very astute of history, and there's nothing taken away from Marciano. There's nothing taken away. But I know as a black man in this country, we still have to wear that lay upon us. And that's what Deontay Wilder means for us, especially us as people of African descent, and even around the world. Because there are other people that respect Wilder too, what they had done. But what me and Sonny talking about both for as black men, what it means for us. And I want you to understand that very loud and clearly. I would never in my life never be proud. I'm always gonna be proud to be black. I mean of African descent. And I know that the ones of African descent had paved the way for me and Sonny, even in this world. So that's what I'm going to say about that. So, um, but there's other fighters had paved the way too. So I'm gonna leave it like that. We're gonna get back to my brother Sonny. Now, Sonny, now have you checked out the any fighters, any boxers, any fighters lately?
last fight I saw was Chris Colbert. You know what I'm saying? Received some. He got beat pretty good. That's the last fight I saw. He
Yeah,
talked a lot of trash.
he got he and then yeah he talked about trash
Yeah,
and got handled. Yeah, I watched that fight. I know. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Somebody lost a lot of money on that fight.
I'm pretty sure they did. But I don't really have the same oath from boxing anymore, man. To be honest with you, boxing has changed so much, and
Well,
then you gotta wait so long to see a fight that you don't even want to see.
yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah, but that's when you got to come back to me, man, and join these boxing panels, man, so you can get back up in, man. We miss you, bro. You need to bring something back, man. That's what it is, man. We need Sunny boxing talk. Hey, this ain't right. All right, that's right. Sunny in the house. We in the house here. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna I give it like another 10 more minutes. I'm gonna ask y'all to put the questions in the chat, but not yet. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Now tell uh, mm, tell tell the people why brotherhood is so important.
I mean, yeah, it's very important to have brotherhood, but brotherhood is derives from like a family.
Mhm.
So in order to have a brotherhood, brothers got to connect. But anytime there's a true brotherhood, um, it's powerful because iron sharpens iron. Basically, iron sharpens iron. So you got a whole bunch of pieces of iron that sharpening each other. You because everybody has a portion of wisdom to give. So you can listen to someone speaking and listen to Their portion of wisdom, you can take some of it and use for yourself and sharpen it up. And when brothers connect on that same level, a lot of things can happen. A lot of things can be created. A lot of business ideas get formed, and ideas to move in a certain direction.
Yeah.
Because that was when I first came to your channel, that was one of my biggest things that I used to speak on. Brothers coming together,
Mm-hmm.
and to do something or create something.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I am a Moorish American to the bone.
All right. Now,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. That's good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me ask you, and let me tell you. Then see, Sonny. Then also, Sonny came to my house twice, man,
Yeah.
and he took me to Rick's, man. He said, "I know you want that cheesesteak, man. Motherfucker, what you think, man? Man, I had to wipe my mouth a little bit because I was getting a little watery and stuff, man. And then I set up the live in his ride, and it's in the Underrated Dogs' channel. It's an Underrated Dogs channel, and we had a good old time, and chopping it up. I think that was during the time I had a little rough time, and the brother came over, you know, and I appreciate that, He said, I ain't had, no- I ain't, I was struggling, and he said, man, I can take you to Rick's, and I ain't want to, and stuff like that, and I was all right, And he said, nah, I'm gonna come through. We gonna eat this food together, and I needed that, and I appreciate that. That's part of brotherhood. You come, we need it. It don't have to be about money. Money is necessity, yes, but the brotherhood, the camaraderie of men to make sure that they okay. And Tom Maloney said Grinder is a good promoter. I said thanks, but no. But I take the compliment. Thank you. I appreciate that. And and I never forget that me and Sonny, we was talking about a lot of things, and me and Sonny, we had a fallout too, not about a while back. But what got us back together is for love each other as men. And there are certain things we have to get out the way. And so it does work when you put yourself out there. Like the old people said, if that person good outweigh the bad, you got to make it work. You know what I mean? So you can touch on that if you want.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I'm just going to add on to that. Like, that's another degree of family or love, not only for uh, that person, but yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if you have one of your brothers, right, and a lot of times you gotta examine yourself sometimes. Like, look at yourself, like, what did I do? What was the part that I played in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? Be a man and come together and get it right. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your brothers and sisters and fix the situation, whatever's going on, so that peace. You know what I mean? You will have peace, and at the end of the day, when you leave this earth, you know people will have nothing but good things to say about you because they know that you're a genuine person. So always try to, you know, if you can, fix the situation. And that's what we did was, two brothers that had an argument, just like any household family. You have an argument, disagreement, come back together, shake hands. Back in the day, um, we didn't used to just shoot all the time. Like, we would just fight, beat you
Mm-hmm.
up, and we shake hands afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So, like, we don't think like that no more. But like, that's just this world needs just a little bit more love. We need to learn to love instead of hate.
Yeah, a little more tolerance, and but that's what happened to us, and we understand that the good, like I gotta repeat again, that the good outweigh the bad, and we got to be honest to us as men, especially you strong minded. See, Sonny is strong minded, and Sonny could tell you I am strong minded. I just don't show it. Sonny, you could tell him if you want, but I certain things I am strong minded. If I know I'm from right, I'm from right. You know what I mean? And as a man, if you want to step to this, there's gonna be repercussions. But I why as a man, but at the end of the day, me and Sonny, we came to this resolution that at the end of the day, we are brothers. And there are certain evil elements out there that we had to push on the side and to understand that there are puppets out there that do not want us to be brothers. And we have to understand that, you know what I mean? And so as he said, he had to look at himself, I had to look at myself too, because at that time I was bitter. At that time, yeah, I had control. I had control of my emotions. Yes, I did. But at that time, anybody stepped to me, I don't care, but they would have got hurt. Hurt. I was that. But what happened was I had to pray and take a look at myself, and I had to say that, y'all. Look, at the end of the day, that's my brother. And that's what happened, and everything else had manifest after that. And so, look at this right here. This is a testimony that it does work, but you gotta analyze yourself. Now, and there is some that are messed up people, and they out there to hurt you. I don't blame you. Drop them. Leave them alone, man or woman. Drop them. They don't mean nothing to you. Drop them. And but right here, right now, this chop up is really, oh, I love all my chop ups, trust and believe. But this chop up meant to happen tonight. And I'm happy that I finally chopped it up with the brother here. And I'm very excited that I finally got the brother here. But I want to ask you two more questions before we're gonna ask to put the questions up. But not yet, not yet. Matter of fact, in 5 minutes, stop putting your questions down. So in 5 minutes, stop putting your questions. But I want to ask you this question. Um Now you have suffer losses lately, have you, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
And how you dealing with it, bro?
Uh, you know, um, I guess, man. I guess growth in myself
Mhm.
made it a lot easier because I understand that uh, although when someone passes forms, that their body is not here, but they're still here because the soul never dies. So they'll always be with us, and I had to get a peace with that because I, even though we might miss them. Our vibrations. I believe that it's not moving slow enough to really hear them like we used to. But if we close our eyes, we can still hear their voice and still, still
Mhm.
see their face. And once I kind of understood that, I was able to have a peace about it. You know, and Yeah, that's pretty much my measure on that. You know, the soul never dies. So we miss our family because we could call them, we could touch them, we could hug them, like they're there. But now they're in another form to where we can't see them no more. We miss them, but right there in your heart still. All you got to do is think about them, think about their name, think about their memory. Like I said, my aunt passed away. I still hear a voice in my head. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so when you
Gotcha.
think about you and your family members, right,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if you're dealing with a certain situation, you can almost kind of like think about them and ask them like, "Yo, what would you do?" And just by knowing that person, you already know what they're gonna say. So really, they're still kind of talking to you, but
Yeah.
all is well.
Mhm.
All is well. So
Yeah.
we all we all have an appointment. That we got to meet one of these days. So
Yeah.
that was my way of coping with situations.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, let me say this though too. When I lost my mother in September of 2019, and my less than a month and a half later, November 8th of the same year, me and Sonny was not talking at that time. When he was talking about that, the time that we wasn't talking at that time. And also, he was going through his difficulty, and that definitely I was going through my difficulty. So it took. I said that how we got back together is through the junior elder, Muhammad the one. He the one spearhead us get back together.
For
Wow.
sure. Yeah, and it's when I reached out to you.
Yeah.
We had a beautiful conversation.
Hmm. Yeah, it was. And at that time, tell the people he was dying that he we did not know it till later on. He was fighting for his life.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And the thing about Muhammad was he would never really. He was going through what he was going through, right? But he was still trying to help other people. You
Yeah.
know, trying to give advice, not really, going into much. He was still strong and still
Hmm.
fighting things of that nature. So like when he went, like, cause he was so strong about his situation. When he went, it was like a total like I was totally shocked. Like,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when I found out. I don't know that I called you that night or that other day, and I remember I said, Sonny, you need to sit down with this. And I remember I broke down a little bit. He said, bro, do I have to come up? Nah, 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 Sonny. Yo, do me a favor, dog. I was drinking. I was had to take me a sip. I forgot what it was. Man, whew. Come on, get through it. Come on, get through it. And I had to tell him. He said, nah, brother. I said, yeah, man. And during that time, that was during the time that we was working on some music. Sonny was part of that too, and also shout out to brother Out in the Style and local, Loso, and we got to finish this up. you know, because Mom's the one was always he loved music, so we did like different series of music and part Sonny was a part of it and I said, I gotta finish this up, man. So I gotta reach out to Art and Style and stuff like that. And I was like rumbling. So he said, you need to relax, bro. Take a deep breath and yeah, he was good people too. Yes, he was Tom Malone. Tom Malone was one of the few know him too. You know, if y'all would have known Muhammad's the one, man. Go ahead, Sonny. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was good people. We talked offline, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We talked offline, and it was in my plans to go and visit the brother because his uh, he was just that type of brother, like a real brother. So like when you feel a good brother in that spirit, you wouldn't mind reaching out. Just like we were saying before, um, you can make mighty things happen when you reach out and link with people. It's people that's good people, and that's what Muhammad was. He was a good brother, very very wise, especially in boxing knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
life knowledge, because he was uh, older than me, I believe. I don't know. I don't remember his age, but he was like he gave elderly advice.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know Sonny. Well, Sonny, you forgot, but he named me the truth seeker. I said, why you name it? Because you be kicking that truth, brother. I said, well, I got to name you, son. Nah, I don't want you to name me. I said, I'm going to name you Junior Elder, and that's how it is. He said, all right, brother, you got it, Junior Elder. And like Brother Sonny was saying, he was a while above his years, man. Always giving. He was given to the last breath of his life, y'all. Was given.
That's for sure. I'm very witness.
Well, yo, I'm going to get off that, but we're gonna do a tribute to him in April, so let's watch out for that. Now, are you ready for some questions, brother Sonny?
For sure, shoot them out there.
All right, let's go put the questions out there right now, and after we take a few questions, Sonny said after the hour he got to be out, so we're gonna respect that. So we're gonna put out the questions right now. While y'all put out the questions, we still gonna be talking and stuff. Sonny, what do you miss of the stuff that we used to do on Monsters on the Underrated Darkest channel while we wait for some questions?
Uh, wow. I guess I would say the camaraderie that we had with so many different people because like we just had we all had like a mean chemistry to where one person would say something like whatever the subject was, it was like one person would say something and they get their portion of their wisdom on that subject. The next person would go and it would just flow. So like at the end of the video, you sitting on a classic as far as um giving somebody a little knowledge to help them throughout the day or whatever. So like we had a lot of those. Then we had a lot of joints to where it was just chill, but there was always um, a nugget given, what I'm saying, that could possibly help you throughout your day. That's I would say that's what I miss most. And of course the different people that used to come through. Because like it's been some like Sheep Stay Sleep TV, shout out to bro. Um, I went out to visit brother before.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, cool guy, real cool guy. So that's what I miss the most. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah,
Okay, got you. Now, the first question is from Lala D. Sunny, what is your favorite food? Oh, no, I'm sorry, Sunny. What is your favorite sports and food?
hmm. My favorite sport is boxing, and my favorite food probably spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you. Got you. All right. The second question is from that dog stray. Is MMA taking over in combat sports?
I tell you what, that's a very good question. Although I'm not really into MMA like I used to be, um, as far as quality of entertainment of combat sports, I think they are more consistent.
Got you.
Um, a lot of the great fighters that you would call great over there, they fight each other.
Mhm.
I don't think that they. I don't think it will ever be or ever take over boxing because of boxing's history and by boxing being an actual art. Boxing will always be there. That's why you had, Floyd did what he did to Conor McGregor. So like
Yeah.
MMA is, but like you have a guy in MMA who is pretty good in a few different disciplines,
Mm-hmm.
but a boxer, a good boxer, and when I say good boxer, I would say at least on the professional or elite level, they are a master at one particular discipline. That one particular discipline might have a few different styles. So an MMA guy will always have problems with a boxer in the ring. But like if you put a boxer in an MMA ring, they might have troubles because it's now you're dealing with legs, leg kicks, things of that nature. So like a boxer stance is different from an MMA guy's stance because you got to be able to kick. So the stance is slightly different. But as far as your question, I just went in deep because I enjoyed that. That was a nice question. But no, I don't think it'll ever take over boxing.
Well, I can answer. I can answer that a little bit because I do MMA on this channel too. I do boxing, and I have a boxing platform and an MMA platform. That's like usually every Sunday, 7:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would say that it could happen, but um there's a lot of variations of MMA that needs to improve, especially the sponsors. I think Dana White is doing a lousy job. I think they got some good fighters that they could promote, but they don't make all that much, man or woman. They don't make all that much. And then you deal with different styles, so
So I agree.
So I'm saying like this though, but like I said, I cover MMA, so that's why I could talk like that. Yeah. So, but it's a great sport. It's a great sport. And it just that I think that the best MMA was like I said about like 30 years ago. That's what you see, but Does the craft got better? Yes, but they are still corrupt people in MMA that don't do not they just don't want the sport to grow, and they need to get paid. You ask me, they need to get paid, and that's why you got quite a few of them that even have boxing skills, like Anderson Silva. He doing well in boxing because he boxed before, and so that's why you're gonna if MMA don't change, you're gonna see quite a few MMA fighters. They going into boxing because that's where the money is at. Yeah, you're right, brother Khan. And so that's why you find quite a few throughout the years. Some of them made it, and majority of them did because they can make more money. Because it's more money than boxing than MMA. So we got to take that under there, because when you on an MMA, right? When you train and stuff, all submissions and leg kicks, punches, elbows, and all like that. That's years of dedication.
Oh, for sure. Like, let me go in a little bit more on that. Like, just learning one move and practicing it over and over again until it becomes, muscle memory. Because I remember that from wrestling in high school. There's so many different moves to do, and there's so many different scenarios that you be in, and like it's kind of like when you first start. I remember when I first started. When I first
Uh-huh.
started, I was always strong, so
Mm-hmm.
I can't hold my own on my strength. But I get somebody in a position to be like, I just hold them there, like, dang, I don't know what to do next. So like,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many different moves based on the scenario that you're in. It's crazy. So I respect the uh the craft of MMA, because like jiu-jitsu, or whether you specialize in jiu-jitsu, or you wrestle, or you kickbox, Muay Thai, those are
Right.
different, you know, disciplines. So like, same thing with boxing.
That's true. Um, let's see, that dog straight said, question: why don't we hear about concussions and brain trauma in fighting sports? I'm gonna answer that for you. Go ahead and answer that, and I follow that up.
Well, I believe before every fight you're supposed to go through a like a checklist, like with a doctor, and it's really like you're checking yes and no on certain instances. So it's up to the fighter to present those things out. So like, if you have concussions, are not something that they're going to want to talk about, because concussion causes damage over time. So it'll it'll be an issue, sort of like how the NFL has it, because I don't believe MMA fighters have health insurance. I mean, like, uh, they have health. I believe they have health insurance, but it's not uh, like a retirement type situation, to where after all these years of taking punishment, that your job is going to take care of you for your service. So that's kind of like what's going on with the NFL, in my opinion. Could be wrong, but
Okay, cool. Let me read this. Khan Sharmi said, they talk about boxing, MMA, physical, and neurological testing in combat sports occur. It does occur though. Terry Norris couldn't get a license to fight in the late '90s due to showing neurological defeats. Yes, that's true. That is true. But also, but I'm gonna tell you one thing that MMA has done better than boxing. When you get beaten, They check you out. You out. It depends. It depends like the nature of the injury, or usually they just keep you out for 3 months. Now they got better than that.
Yeah, and a lot of that, you know, has to do with the fighter also because they
Yeah,
don't want to go out.
that's true
They,
too.
they
Right.
don't want to lose out on that money. Just like you play football, you might hurt your ankle or something. Like, but if you really want to play, you gonna play
Yeah. So that's basically what it is and everything. Um.
because you know a lot of boxers and fighters they fight injured anyway. You hear a lot of boxers they'll tell you when they go into the fight they have some sort of injury.
Yeah, and then also there some fighters, some boxers, they fought beyond the years because they need the. I mean, because the love for it and everything they hurt. They hurt. They can't. You can't hear what they say. You got a few of them I hear right now. You know. Yeah, boxers. Yeah, boxing. You know what it is. You know they got a lot of belts out there. They got the green belt, the blue belt, the red belt, red belt. You know what I mean? Like I remember that back in the days, if you have an NABF United States champion, you know what I'm saying? That belt means something. That means you get a title shot. And then I'm saying when you had that belt, you got to fight hard even to have that belt to just at least be in the top 10 or top five of all weight classes. I remember that belt, but they make sure that belt ain't really nothing. You know what I mean? And so so you know. But we're gonna take about I said about another two more questions. Then I'm ask Brother Sonny for his last remarks, and he gonna start make my last remarks. Then we gonna close this out. Anybody that have any more questions, please. Let me read these comments. Colin Sharma said, if boxing has a national commission, they could they could introduce injury compensation, help benefit, reliever pension. Also, he says boxing is still being run by the Wild Wild West. Yep, today. You're right, Sonny. Injuries and boxing go hand in hand. Constantly, we hear more about injuries today, but famously, Larry Holmes won his title from Kent Norton with a shoulder injury. Yeah, back then, they didn't care. There are some fighters, even like when the times you talking about, Brother Khan, even like 40, 50 years even before that, they had to tape their own gloves. I mean, they had to tape their own hands. Whatever injury they have, they had to take care of itself.
That was one of the reasons why personally I respected Floyd Mayweather so much because um he had got to the point where his hands began to become brittle. So boxing, your hands becoming brittle, that's your hands are your bread and butter. So he had to switch up his game a little bit because there's a difference between pretty boy Floyd and Money May. There's a difference because like
Mhm.
so Floyd had to figure out another way to beat you, not going in like he used to. He had to get more strategic with it because a lot of times he had fights to where he fought with a broken hand. More than a lot of people that I've seen in years.
Mhm. That's good. Well, I think there's no more questions. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. If there's any more questions, we're gonna close this out. All right, Concho, said Floyd would have had to retire early had he fought in the 30s. Yeah, that's true. Now, this is the last of Sunny Boxing Talk.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
Well, no, let me take that back. I agree with that based on his hands because he
Yeah,
fought more often back then. You're absolutely correct.
yeah, and also, um, good conversation, boys. That's a new one. I thought men. I don't know. That's hey. Thank you, Lala. But Sonny, if there's anything that you want to add on before you make your last remarks,
Uh, I think that's it. Unless you have a question or anything.
nah, I ain't no question. Okay, make all right. Make your last remarks, please.
Last remarks. Honest to everybody who came out. You know what I'm saying? To you know, hear a little bit about me. Appreciate you. Uh, wish wish you well in your endeavors and everything. So y'all be blessed. Honest to you. Grinder, keep grinding.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Keep working hard. You know what I'm saying? We'll press palms again soon,
Jessica, thank you. I want you to stay right there. Don't go nowhere.
for
You
sure.
mute your mute your mic. I want to thank y'all, everybody that came out support. Good to see you, Lala D. Don't let it be the last time. Have you subbed to my channel, Lala D? Let me know. Anybody that sub to me have not sub, please sub to me. And also Sunny Boxing Talk. Let me see. Oh, you sub to this channel, right?
Let me say one more thing, brother. Let me say one more thing.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So I don't really I'll be making some content soon, but it's not gonna be particular. It may not be boxing in particular, but like if you wanna be in the same chat room with me, the place I most often frequent is Morris World TV. Like I said, I'm a Morris American, and that's my grand sheik, Tahaka Bay. So like he has a great channel. Like if you want to link with me more, um, that's where I'll be as far as if I'm not over here with the underrated, I'm on Morris World TV. So if you ever want to link up or whatever, see me over there, over here.
Okay, got you. Well, I'm still the underrated doctors. I'm still the underrated one. There ain't nothing changed. All right. I want to thank Sonny that he grant me to do a chop up with him. You got it. This is who he is. I know there's a lot of people say, "Why I did not know?" I know there's quite a few stuff y'all ain't know nothing about me. And y'all, this is what it is, y'all. This is what it is. We got a lot of history. So if you want to know more about me, you go to my underrated darkest channel and you go check that out and everything. Also check out some stuff on this channel too. Up behalf. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Anybody that is traveling to your destination or home, make sure you take extra safety precaution because the climate out there is real and we don't want nothing to happen to y'all. We really don't. So, on behalf, good night. On behalf of my secondary channel, the number one grind of real talk, this is the last of the chopper of Sunny Boxing Talk on the Darkest Round Table. And have a blessed night. Lala D, please keep in contact. If there's anything you want to add, bro.
Thank everybody again for coming out. Love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Um, you know what I'm saying? Love your families and all that good stuff. Honor to you, brother. It was an honor to come on the show once again.
I appreciate it. Thanks for blessing us and everything. So we're going to close this out. Have a good night. This one is Go. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Lala D. Mm-mm-mm. Nice mess with you. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Let's be good to each other. And always remember when you practice righteousness, righteousness will prevail. And Just keep on support, keep on supporting. I got some good stuff coming, and also when the underrated doctors get going again, you're gonna hear there's some other stuff and pull up. So keep on supporting this and everything. And have a good night. This one is goes. Peace.